is Janice, the Quiet Healer. And today I get a lot of questions of, does distant Reiki healing really work? So I'm going to let my client Eric answer some questions for us about Reiki and distance. So, hi Eric, how are you?
Good. How are you, Janice?
We're doing really good out here in New York. So tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Littleton, Colorado.
Okay, and so being all the way in Littleton and I'm all the way out in New York, got a question. What brought you to Reiki and how did you find me?
Well, actually, what brought me to Reiki is that I was lots of pain and I was having headaches, and it was just kind of I was ready to try anything to try and get rid of the headaches. So, and then what brought me to you is my wife is actually a fan of your Facebook page and reached out to you, and that's how I found you.
Wonderful. Now I've got a question. Were you skeptical?
No, I wasn't skeptical just because I've know of it and I've done other things like Reiki before. So yeah, I wasn't skeptical personally. No.
Okay, good. That's awesome to hear. A lot of people are.
Yeah. Right.
What were you skeptical about the distance part?
I have thought about it, but then when I started thinking more about Reiki and what I know about it and energy work and all that, distance really has no play in that because that's just how it works.
So you're familiar, and that's great. Can you share a little bit of what you were feeling before the session and a little bit of what happened after the session, how you were feeling?
Yeah, definitely. Before I was definitely a lot of anxiety going on, a lot of pain, headache stuff. So I was always worried about that. My energy was definitely all messed up, and then after the session, I just felt really relaxed, really relaxed. Like all my anxieties disappeared. The mind was calm, which was pretty rare for me. And yeah, I felt good and like just ready to get out and attack the world. So
I'm glad to hear that. That's my goal, is to make you feel better and feel relaxed. And that's one of the keys to Reiki, is that it does deeply relax you and
yeah,
helps you get into a place of like inner peace. And you just get to lay there and enjoy it. So
it
I'm
was
glad.
definitely noticeable afterwards. Yeah.
Perfect. Can you share some of what was going on during the session? Because this was a distant healing, so it's not like you're right here on my table in New York. I had to lay down and you think in your bed and
Correct.
just,
Yep.
explain some of what you were feeling.
So yeah, I laid down, and it was very interesting. Actually, I could kind of feel you like doing the energy work. I kept getting these weird like muscle twinges or like my nerves, and I'd feel them, and I was like, wait a minute, whoa, I feel like I'm getting touched right now. Like that's really cool. So during it, yeah, I just tried to just kind of clear my head and just relax, and it was very interesting, just those feelings all over my body as you were doing the work. It was not something that I usually feel. So I knew that like something was happening there. It was pretty obvious that energy flow was happening. But yeah, otherwise it was a great experience, just really relaxing, calming, mind clearing kind of thing, which is exactly what I needed.
Good. Go ahead. What can you tell us about, were you surprised? Because like we were 3,000 miles away, and what surprised you the most?
I mean, after the whole session, yeah, when I started like thinking about everything more, I was definitely very surprised. Yeah, especially like feeling you actually doing work. I totally picked up on it, I was like, wow, that's 4,000 miles away, and I'm picking up on it. That's cool. Not that far, but yeah, the distance was what my question was about it. But then not
And
even
once
10
it
minutes into the
started,
session, I was like, oh, distance is not a problem in this at
distance
all.
has
So
nothing to do with it. I'm
yeah,
glad
I
to
mean,
hear
10 minutes
that.
into it, when you started working, it was like I instantly started feeling calmer. So it was, yeah, it was really good. It was very enjoyable.
Glad. I'm very happy. What would you tell people that are like skeptical about Reiki in general?
In general, what do you got to lose? I mean, there's nothing to be skeptical of. Just give it a try. The only way you're going to know is if you give it a try. I know I tried it years ago, and that's how I knew about it and knew that it's legit and it does real things for you and actually changes your whole demeanor and calms you down. So yeah, that would be my suggestion to anybody with bad anxieties or just they can't calm down. Definitely do some Reiki. It'll help you.
Okay, that's our goal here. And what would you tell people who are skeptical about distance Reiki? Like like I want to try it, but she's like 2 time zones away. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Um, I'd probably tell them the same thing. You got to give it a try. I mean, it's live life, I guess. So to take the risk if that's what you think it is, and find out what it is. I mean, that'd be my best suggestion to somebody. Don't doubt something you haven't tried yourself.
Okay, hey, that's very true. You have to be open to new experiences where
Yeah, and
you
you got to experience it to know. So, so
and would you do it again?
oh, absolutely, yeah. Not even a hesitation. Not even a hesitation. Just the calming factor alone. I mean, I'm sure myself, like many others, have very overactive brains and imaginations and thoughts, and it's just very rare to get that kind of peace and calm in your head. And this is definitely a great way to achieve that. Yeah.
Now, do you have anything that you want to tell people about your session or about Reiki in general? And you had mentioned you had had it before and what had happened then versus now. Were they very similar? Were they, because every Reiki
Um.
practitioner is different. The energy
Different.
is
Right.
going to feel different.
Right. Right. I know back then I was a lot younger, so I didn't, I think, have a full understanding of it. So this one was much different because I was more aware of what was going to happen and how it can benefit me, basically. So, um, yeah, it's great to me. I love it. I mean, I would recommend it to anybody. I would certainly do it again. And like you said, each practitioner does it a different way and has their own kind of method of doing it. But at the same end of the day, it's all the energy work, and it should, if you go into it with an open mind, it should give you what you need. I mean,
Wonderful. And so if there's anything else you want to let people know about um, how it helped with pain or anything, do let me know. But I really thank you for your time and sharing your experience with everybody. And I look forward to working on you again.
yeah, me too. I'm excited for it. So it was my pleasure to share the experience. Yeah, I hope this helps some others make a decision. So
Pleasure to help you. And so definitely we'll be in contact again for another
yeah,
session. But I'm glad you took the time out to share your experience with others, because distance Reiki is not something people really are familiar with.
right, right.
Mm,
Understandable there. Yeah.
so distance doesn't matter.
No, distance doesn't matter. Not when it comes to energy work. No way. Energy's all around us all the time. So
All right. All right. So, well, thank you. I know that you've got some little ones to take care of. So I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
your time
Of course. Yeah.
to work on you.
Alrighty.
Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, Janice.
Bye.
Bye.